Hey guys, welcome to the Lifey Guy channel. If you're here for the first time, please hit that subscribe button. Some of you might have seen the video I did a while back where we plowed this 4,000 square foot garden in our backyard here. And it looks so beautiful and brown, and my naivete thought that it would stay like that and all the flowering fruit bushes and gardening plants would pop out of the ground without having to worry about weeds. But guys, I was wrong. I was so wrong. Look at this. Do you see that green? Guys, that is like a field. There are plants in there. There are some real vegetable plants, but guys, I was so wrong. I did not use any weed control. No weed mulch, hardly any weed pulling, and look at what I'm facing. Guys, we are at the beginning of summer right now, and this is what our weeds look like, what our garden looks like. Can you imagine? Just imagine for a moment what this is gonna look like in a month or two from now. My neighbor, he has a beautiful garden. His are like gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous plants without like any weeds. I don't even think he has to water them. I asked him, what did he do that I didn't do? And so he starts his plants early. He buys them from plant and he plants them early and he hardly ever waters it. And then he goes in once a day and he pulls some of the weeds as they're small. That, my friends, I think is a great plan. So next year, what I'm hoping to do with this garden, I'm planning on using this thing called weed mulch. It's just black plastic that you can put in sheets of, 3 to 4 foot wide sheets that you roll down. I'm planning on using that, rolling it down, and then cutting little X holes and planting in plants every so many feet. I'm hoping that we'll be able to contain our weed problem that we have this year. Over here around the strawberries, we just started using some grass to see if we can kind of mulch around our strawberries with some dead grass. Comment below if you have any ideas how we should control our weeds next year. I'm thinking of using that plastic sheeting, that weed mulch, to kind of cover around the plants. And maybe instead of planting from seeds, I'm going to do most of our plants from plants that we buy from the store. Here you can buy like 4 plants that are about this big in those little containers for about $1.69. So despite our garden being totally overrun by weeds, look at what we have growing. So we planted a bunch of corn from seed. Looks like the corn's pretty resilient. It's coming up pretty good, even though we haven't weeded around it. Over here we planted some lettuce. It looks like that's doing pretty good. Wow, our sweet potatoes are actually looking pretty good. Looks like our tomato plants are doing great, so they're pretty resilient, it looks like. We've got a bunch more tomato plants over there as well. We've got some watermelon and kind of squash and cantaloupe plants growing in these little circles here on the ground. Seems like they're doing okay. It looks like this year we will have some degree of a harvest, but it's not nearly going to be as bountiful as if we had used some sort of weed control. So next year, I'm going to learn my lesson and try to control the weeds and have a beautiful garden next year. But this is beautiful, right? It just kind of looks like a lawn with random vegetable plants everywhere. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day and good luck with your garden.